Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Garbage Mice podcast, the only podcast.
Holy dude, artillery! Did you see the new Tim Pool upload?
No,
Dude, it's such a crazy upload. He reads a news article.
Tim Pool is a crazy. He reads a news article. Mike, how long have you watched Tim Pool for?
I've been watching him since I was born. back in 2000. Yeah, back in 2000, I was watching Tim Pool.
That's based. So,
Yeah.
what was the newest upload, Mr. Retsante, if that's even your real name?
That is my real name. I can
Yeah?
send you some legal documents. On my driver's license, there's a picture of a frog. So yeah. So I'm looking at Tim Pool's channel right now, and there's a thumbnail that says Yingling rejects all ages drag show, says it must be 18 and up. What do you think of that? Is Yingling based for rejecting gay men and gay men grooming children?
What the fuck is Yingling?
It's a beer brewery. It's like an East Coast in America. It's an American beer thing. I wish I had it around here, because I had Yingling when I was on the East Coast a while ago, and it was really good. But they don't sell it around here.
Wait, I'm on his channel, and 2 episodes ago, it was Yingling sponsors music venue hosting family-friendly drag show.
Wait, what?
Look at the uploads. 2 uploads before the one where it rejects all ages drag show. It's sponsors family-friendly drag show.
Yingling, you gotta get it together. You gotta fire the whoever's doing that.
You know what I think happened?
Hunt them down.
I think this happened post Bud Light. Like, they were already like in the alright, we're gonna sponsor this family-friendly drag show. It's gonna be great. And then the Bud Light shit hit. It's like, change course. Run all the way back. 180 degrees. Fuck off.
Our stock price is gonna tank by 1 billion%. We gotta stop this. We gotta course correct.
By 6 million%.
So you're telling me that your stock dropped by 6 million% in 5 years?
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
I don't know.
I know we haven't really lost that much profits, so you really can't tell, but it really is like a threat to our democracy.
Yeah, it's a real threat. But we're not going to lose any money because the government is just going to buy up our stock when it drops.
I'm on Tim Pool's podcast, show, and an upload before the Yingling one is like, Bill Gates creates new anti-fart medicine for cows because of climate change.
I've always found that so funny. Like, you're telling me that the cows are just like brapping so hard that it's causing climate change. The cows are doing that. Like, are you serious, bro?
Yeah.
The cows are out there just completely dumping ass everywhere. And it's so bad that it's causing climate change.
Well, yeah, so we gotta stop them farting. So they gotta eat the pill. Take your meds. Take your meds, schizo.
take your fart vaccine, or else you're gonna cause climate change.
I mean, is there anything worse than climate change?
No, not at all.
Well, let me tell you what's worse. Garbage food and plastics.
I was about
seed
to bring
oils
that up. This next thumbnail. Because if
killing
anyone
us.
couldn't pick up on this, we're just going through Tim Pool's channel, and that's what we're going to be doing for... No. These are completely original ideas.
Yeah. I don't even know who Tim Pool is. I mean,
we're going to be going over completely original ideas for the next 12 hours. This is going to be a 12-hour podcast.
So what do you think about the fact...
That woman in the thumbnail, I heard someone say the other day that if that's the same person, it might be that at least there's a woman that is either her or looks just like her that goes by the name Gorlock the Destroyer.
No, that's
And
her.
when I heard
him.
that, I thought
That's-
that was like a meme. Like I thought that someone was making like a joke. Like,
No,
oh,
wait.
this woman looks like a D&D character.
That's the actual name, Gerlach the Destroyer.
I don't know anything about her. That it might be just a joke, but that's the community decided name. The consensus is that that's what people are calling her.
Fair enough. Yeah, so apparently for Gerlach, if you actually watch the podcast that Gerlach makes his debut on, he goes, "My name is Gerlach and I'm a professional bad bitch." And it's like, "Is that your job?" And he's like, "Yeah." It's like, "To put that on your resume?" It's like, "Yeah, professional bad bitch."
It's like my job title, my job description. Yeah,
Professional bad
I had to
bitch.
do my nails every morning. I had to get them on fleek. I had to do it just right.
Of course.
I was at that occupation for 33 years until I hit the wall. Now I have to find something new to do.
All right. Actually, here's one that I'm interested in. Thousands protest anti-Catholic hate group at Dodger Stadium. Have you seen that?
Yeah, you've been talking about that the past couple weeks.
Dude, if you look at the videos, there's like 5,000 people swarming outside the stadium being like, "Leave our kids alone! Leave our kids alone!" Meanwhile, you go into Dodger Stadium and there's like 30 people max in the whole place. 30. It couldn't have been more than that. It could have been. Like, you see a sweeping shot and 99% of the seats are empty.
Huh. Wait, for like a game? I haven't been paying attention.
For like the honoring of the drag queens.
Oh, okay.
The Sisters
Man,
of Perpetual Indulgence.
I guess that makes sense for LA. Like, people think that LA is full of like liberals and whatnot. No, LA is full of homeless people. Like, LA is full of people who don't know what planet they're on. They don't know what year it is. They don't know what day of the week it is. They don't know anything. They're just trying to get their next hit.
Yeah, and also full of Hispanics who are predominantly Christian and Catholic.
Yeah, that's true. LA is very Hispanic.
See what I'm talking about? Where it's like, know your fucking audience.
Yeah. All right. Let's go through here. Biden snaps after being asked why he is the big guy.
So why is Biden the big guy?
Isn't that a reference to some document where he was called that? I don't remember entirely what that was about.
Well, he's the big guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the president of the United States. The president of the United States is a big guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 6 feet by 6 feet. He's very big.
Yeah, know it. He's gang, bro. Joe Biden is gang. And don't you ever forget it. We the Biden boys here.
Biden gang represent. Let's
Biden
go.
Boys. Biden boys, baby.
Biden boys. If you want to become a member of the Biden boys, go check out our Patreon down below.
www.garbagemice.net, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Alright, what else? Tucker
I'm
Carlson
reading through some of
reveals producer who called Biden.
Dictator forced out.
Oh my god, that is such a threat to our democracy. You gotta be able to call the president of... Actually, this kind of pisses me off because it now means that an old Syrian joke no longer makes sense.
What's that?
So the joke goes, a Syrian and an American are talking to each other, you know, they're having a conversation. American tells the Syrian, "Man, in our nation, we have such freedoms, so many freedoms, that we can go straight to the White House and say, 'Fuck the US president!'" And Syrian's like, "Well, yeah, we have the same freedoms in Syria, you know, it's we got the exact same. You know, you can go to any, you know, you can go to the presidential lawn, to the presidential palace, and scream on the top of your lungs, "Fuck the U.S. president!"
Oh man.
So that's
something I got reminded of when we were talking about the Yingling thumbnails a little bit ago.
yeah.
I know that a lot of people are on this wave right now where they they look up who, you know, what beers are owned by Anheuser-Busch and they boycott them. And you know, that's cool and all, but I think that not a lot of people know it doesn't matter what you buy. Your money's going to BlackRock. They own like a percentage of everything. Like 30% of the shares of the average company are probably owned by BlackRock.
Well, so what?
Yeah.
BlackRock only has their best interest in mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, probably the only way to really boycott anything is to just not spend any money at all.
Well, I'm ahead of you on that because I don't have any money to spend.
Yeah. And you know, you can do little small money saving things. That's usually what women do. But like a lot of the duties, like the traditional duties of a housewife are just like little money saving things like sewing. But I mean, a lot of people are unfortunately just kind of screwed in the sense that they are forced to live in cities where, you know, constantly money is just being made and then spent, and like the velocity of the money is very high. I don't know. I don't have any advice.
Velocity of the money. You know what? You
That
just
is the
remind me
actual
of.
term.
You remind me of the fucking gun, the supreme gun that just shoots $100 bills.
Someone got me one of those for my birthday like 5 years ago. I still have it, I think. That thing's funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. But no, I don't really have any advice for anyone who finds themselves in that spot where they have to spend money, like tons of money, just to exist.
Yeah, I feel ya. I mean, look, the thing about living in a big city, I think you gotta spend the money. You gotta pump the gas for your car. You gotta go to the grocery, you know, to the massive chain. You gotta go to the Safeways, the superstores, all those weird fucking places, and you gotta just buy whatever they sell you.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really have like a garden or anything like that to grow your own stuff.
It's all the big chains as well. You go to a mom and pop shop, like a sewing shop. You're gonna buy a suit for a lot of money, but that's gonna be the last suit you buy. You go to fucking Adidas and you're gonna be buying like a fucking pair of pajamas every 5 fucking months.
Yeah.
5 fucking weeks.
That thing falls apart instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess just if you don't want to have to worry about debt, don't go to college. I guess that's a good place to start.
There's alternatives.
It's not worth the money.
Look, there's alternative to higher education depending on what career path you want to go to. Right, if you want to go to something like computer science, you can find alternatives to that. They're not going to be as good. They're not going to get you as many job opportunities, but they'll get you foot in the door for that first entry-level interview. And that's basically what you need.
Yeah. And once you get in, once you get a job in your field, then you're probably fine from there.
Yeah, you're fine with upward mobility as long as you show initiative, and you know, and also it's good to know who you're working for. It's good to work for good companies as well. Don't work for like the first place that employs you and then treats you like shit and never gives you promotion. Work for places where like employee well-being is kind of appreciated. Like, oh, there's plans for career improvement and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Or you could just live in a way that doesn't require a lot of money. Like
sounds like a poor person
possible.
to me.
I don't know. All of the goals that I have for my life don't really involve making tons of money or at least needing tons of money.
Yeah.
Like I want to
Honestly,
be well read, and I don't need to go over the whole list, but I want to be a knowledgeable person. I want to be smart to some degree, be well read, and you
well, to
don't
be
need to
well
be
read,
rich for that.
you need an internet connection to be able, like a 5G fiber wire connection.
You need to download every single book at the speed of light.
No books. What are books? No, I'm talking about Tim Pool. I
Oh
watch Tim
yeah,
Pool
we need the
videos.
whole Tim Pool archive.
Yeah, that's exactly
Dude,
it.
how many terabytes of footage do you think Tim Pool has uploaded over the years? You need like a NASA supercomputer to hold all that.
You don't need them to be full HD. Just HD enough.
Yeah, I guess. Alright, what else is on this channel? What the LGBTQ friendly church struck by lightning and burns down. Are you serious? Hold on.
Yo, that's based. Hold up.
Hold on. What? I don't care about the video. I just want to see the article that they're reading. Did a church that embraces LGBT gay people burn down after a lightning strike? Hold on, we have to look this up.
Well, did it? You can't keep me waiting like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up the article. I don't want to actually listen to Tim Pool. I'm just gonna look the article.
Dude, Tim Pool's gonna talk about it for 5 seconds and then move on to why abortion is okay, but only in special circumstances, like if the mother doesn't want the baby. You ever notice that about like Tim Pool videos?
Does he actually say that kind of stuff?
He is very indifferent about abortion in a way that bothers me.
Like, do you know his take?
I feel like his take is like more liberal than you and I might be, or even like it might be just fine for you. It's too liberal for me as a devout Catholic, but I don't know his. I remember hearing him talking about it. And I'm being like, okay, shut the fuck up.
What has he said? I feel like my stance on abortion is pretty harsh.
What's your stance? Let's hear it.
The women who can be tricked into killing their own children are too big of a liability for any society to have.
That's based. That's not my position.
I don't know how far I can go on a podcast format where this is going to be archived for all time. But they're a bit of a liability. I'll just say that.
So you're saying we should abort the women?
Yeah, maybe we can have a reverse abortion where like the baby lives but the mother gets aborted.
I don't know how I feel about that. That may be too harsh even for me. See, mine isn't even about like the abortion itself, or sorry, the mother and what we should do with her, but about abortion. Like, in your opinion, in what cases should abortion be okay?
Never.
Even if the mother's life is in danger?
I feel like there's some way where you can save both. Like, there's got to be some way where that can occur, where the baby gets like transferred to an incubator or something for the last like week of the pregnancy.
I don't think that's possible though, especially like
maybe it's not, but
there's
I don't
complications during birth, and or like if a baby is already medically dead, like if it's strangled or.
Oh well, if it's already dead, dude, it's already dead. You gotta take it out.
Fair enough.
That's not. I thought abortion was specific to the killing of a child. If it's already dead, you're not aborting it.
I guess at that point it's just removing necrotic tissue.
Yeah, that's like a corpse. You have to take that out.
Yeah. My stance is that unless the mother's life is in direct danger, abortion is never okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alright, I'm trying to read this article right now. Did this church get struck by lightning? On June 4th, the Spencer Fire Department Facebook page shared pictures from the day of the fire. 2 photographs showed the moments from during and after the lightning strike. So it was struck by lightning.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh dear. Did it have like that electrical fencing stuff that prevents this kind of stuff?
I'm looking at the picture and it doesn't look, it looks like it literally burned to the ground. Like there's not even a skeleton of the building left.
Oh, dear lord.
Here, I'm going to send you the picture. I guess I can just put it on screen too. If people want to look at it. It's in Secret Hangout.
Yeah, let me see it.
Like, there's nothing left.
Oh my god!
It's completely gone.
Oh my god! Dude, that is the most destroyed building I have seen in my life. And I'm from Syria. Bruh. I've seen ancient ruins 6,000 years old that look better than this. Oh. God didn't just want to fucking send a message. He wanted to erase this church.
He wanted to atomize this unholy building. This abomination. This mockery of the faith.
That is so based. That is so based. God is a wild one for this. God is wild for this flex.
Oh, man. Oh. I'm going to have to take another shot to celebrate this.
Cheers.
Yeah, this is a bit of a drinking light episode.
It's a preview. Me? Is it just me?
Episode.
Or are weird natural occurrences where there's specifically churches that are pro-LGBT becoming more and more common? Like, do you remember that one?
I've seen a couple of them. I've seen a disproportionate amount of them in the recent months.
Yeah, like not the amount you'd expect to see.
Yeah, like there's coincidences and whatnot, but I don't know. This has gone a bit too far.
Remember that one guy who's like, the church can learn something from LGBT people.
Yeah,
and then the moment he says that, thunder strikes and cuts the power for the whole power dies. Thing.
It's like, dude, you gotta get the message at this point. It couldn't be any more clear. And remember the George Floyd memorial that got struck by lightning?
Twice.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like that was wild that happened.
I think God is getting sick of our shit.
Yeah. I think people are going too far.
I think this is kind of like backhanded, like a little, hey, like, noticing a pattern here? You got pattern recognition, right? I put it there. So, a little bit of a pattern, a little bit of a, thing to be worried about.
Oh, man. All right, back to Tim Pool. What's going on with Tim? Come on, Timmy. Give us some podcast topics.
Oh, I got one. A White House bans trans activist who was naked at White House Pride event. Have you seen that video?
Yeah, I've seen the video of that. That was just weird.
Dear Christ, that was the most abhorrent and disgusting. Look, all right, I'm going to say this.
Maybe I need to see the video again. I don't exactly remember what happened.
Oh my god, you don't?
Trans person at White House.
You want to pause real quick just so you can...
Yeah, let's pause.
I have the video from Homology.
5 minutes later.
Alright.
I feel you've like died after you saw that shit.
Yeah, so we're back, and I am significantly less alive now. I'd only seen a small snippet of that video where the person was topless in front of the White House.
Yeah, that's the whole snippet.
And that was gross.
At the fucking White House. Dude, I feel bad for America.
I feel bad for kids. Like this is no world to grow up in if you're like a teenager. Look at our
There's been worse.
I guess. But this is like nothing before. Like this is an attack. A psychological attack that no one has ever seen before, because it's using technology that previously didn't exist.
Fair point. But if there's anything about humans, that we're fucking adaptable, you know?
Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I think things are just moving too fast now.
The world is spinning too fast. I'll find that I get shoes. Know the song? To keep myself tethered to the days I tried to lose.
No, what is that?
Dude, that's 192000s. 2000 by Gorillaz.
Oh.
Get the cool.
Oh, if it's Gorillaz, I probably heard it before. I just don't remember the lyrics.
Dude, Gorillaz is based.
Gorillaz is pretty good. I really like Demon Days.
It's in their first album, Gorillaz.
Oh man. Yeah, I feel bad for kids. I'm gonna get into it more on the actual drinking episode that we have in about a week. One of the topics that I have planned for that is gonna segue into that.
Then we can wait a couple of weeks for some of the topics I wanted to bring up today. I want to talk about like my ex and my neat friend, because just today we actually had a conversation.
Yeah, if anyone remembers the neat friend, the one who watched meme compilations on Discord, there's been an update to the lore with that guy.
Yeah. It's just him being more delusional as usual.
Yeah, we'll go into that next week, though. So we're doing a full-on drinking episode. This is just a prelude.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's go back to Tim Pool.
Yeah. Back to Tim Pool.
So now that you've seen the video of the trans model who went fucking topless at the White House,
yeah,
what do you think?
I'm scared that trannies pass so well now. Like, I think I've seen that little snippet, and I didn't know it was a trans person. Like, their voice doesn't pass at all. Once I heard their voice, I was like, ugh, that does not work. But just going off their appearance in like a 480p video, it was kind of hard to tell.
I think it's still...
In person, it would probably be more obvious.
Exactly.
They probably filtered the video. That's the secret for a lot of trans people. They filter the hell out of their photos and their videos and all that.
Exactly. You have tools to like make your skin look smoother, and that's mostly it. Just smoother skin and skinnier face.
Yeah. And also surgery when you're like a
billionaire.
Yeah, when you're like a millionaire living in Washington D.C., you live next to the White House.
When you're a socialist, living on bare essentials from your Twitch chat.
You're living off bare necessities.
In a $12 million mansion.
Yeah, that includes your life-saving $500,000 worth of surgery.
Fucking life-saving. Christ. I forget how fucking awful this whole topic is.
Someone needs to explain that to me. Like, how is it life-saving?
Well,
because they're gonna neck themselves. Yeah, they're gonna do that anyway.
No, but we're being the good guys because they're holding their lives hostage with their mental illness, and for that we should, it's life-saving what we do to them. We should definitely let drag shows in middle schools and elementary schools, because otherwise the poor drag queens would kill themselves.
Yeah, I don't know how anyone believes that, but whatever. People are weird. Like, you gotta kind of live on the edge of your comfort zone every once in a while. You can't just be like, oh, I need to save my own life by living in a pod and eating the bugs.
Do you want me to talk about my neat friend, or should we leave this to the actual drunk episode?
Yeah, we can talk about it now, I guess.
I'll just keep it short. Basically, we had another correspondence. This is the first time he's talked since the whole fucking thing, right?
Yeah,
and
we got that right here.
He's like, "Oh, are you still the way he fucking worded it as well is like, "Are you still salty about that time you came to visit?" And then I'm like, "I waited for 2 fucking hours in your house while you fucking watched the same Markiplier video."
Yeah.
And
Can I just cut in real quick? I've been spending a lot more time in the past couple of weeks with Discord people.
Yep.
Just for whatever reason, like I've just been invited to different things on Discord, and I really hate that gamers and people who are online, not even people who are online constantly, but just like gamers and Discord people, they literally have no social skills. Like they don't understand like what's rude and what isn't. Like this is something that they haven't put like even a second of thought into, and no one in their life has ever bothered to teach them.
No, of course, because, you know, you can always change servers and find people who are even more fucking toxic.
Yeah, like even just like little things, like no one wants to hear you like complain about stuff. Like when you complain, like that's rude.
I want to say something. I got the guy in touch with the guy who basically scored me the interview for my current job.
Oh, okay.
And it was supposed to be like I'm helping him out, right? First of all, that guy sees more, you know. He's helping me out and he's helping that guy out. It's his job. Sure, it's his job. But
yeah,
it's fucking great. Well, after months of trying to score a place for him, probably because his resume sucks ass, which it's fine. He's young and
like yeah, I'm 19. I've never had a job.
He's had like one grocery store job, but even then, the way he words his resume is awful. He gets to the interview stage. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm so nervous about the interview." And I'm like, "Dude, it's fine." The day before the interview, he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so anxious. I have such anxiety. It just blurred into one fucking, you know, nothing in my mind. And then he started going... Then he started talking to the recruiter guy after the interview and talking to me as well, like, "I don't know if I did well. I'm so anxious." It's just, like that was it. It was just whining.
Man, it's just one job interview. It's not that big of a deal. In the current economy, if you want to get a job, if you're unemployed and you want to get a new job, you're probably gonna have to do like dozens of interviews. Like depending on where you live, it's gonna take a long time to get a job in the current economy.
Yeah.
Like you can't be freaked out over just one.
No, but he is freaked out about one, right? I mean, dude, anxiety and anxiety and mental awareness.
Dude, my mental health.
More mental health, bro.
Dude, it's completely unfixable. There's not a million resources online that'll teach me how to fix it.
There's not a million resources offline that can teach me to fix it. There's not a family that cares for me that can teach me to fucking fix it. Christ. Yeah. I felt embarrassed that I had just recommended him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, it was like, still fine, whatever, right? He's just a kid. He's doing dumb kid stuff. I even still tried to vouch for him, like, but he's still a smart kid. Like, don't worry about it. Dear Lord. Then after that is when the bullshit happens. With like, did I talk about when he failed the job interview when they let him know that they would not be going forward with him?
I don't think so.
Dude, so they tell him they're not going forward with him, and he goes to the group chat with his online friends. Has he kicked me out of that fucking group chat? Hold on. He's fucking kicked me out. The dumb cunt. Let me just check one last time. I don't care. But this is one of those things where it's like, before I was in and now I'm out. It's like, oh, he's such a toxic person. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking behind my back. I don't care.
And I got a thing of whipped cream here. If anyone can hear this on the mic, I'm indulging in the desires of my flesh.
But even then, even after the job interview and he failed it, he's like, I'm such a failure, I'm never gonna get a job. I should probably just kill myself now. And basically, even the people in the group chat, even the fucking Discord people are like, dude, you're being a fucking bitch right now. Cut the shit. Which for Discord people to be telling you that?
Oh,
I don't know
you
what to tell you,
messed
man.
up. You are down so bad if even the people on Discord are like, man, you gotta shape up, buddy.
Yeah. And then, recently he's messaged me again, and he's like, "Are you still salty about the situation?" And I'm like, "Dude, the way you fucking treated me, and the way you treat your mother, is fucking awful." And he's like, "You don't know nothing about my mother. My mother, she doesn't know how to communicate."
My mom is a bitch. You don't know anything about her.
That's one of the things he says. Like, my mother doesn't know how to communicate. And I'm like, yeah, sure. She's the one who doesn't know how to communicate. Not you. She's the problem here. And I'm trying to find the exact message he sent. Because when I read it, it's going to sound so fucking cringe. Oh, yeah. He says...
Is it one of the ones you sent me?
No. I sent you the last one I sent, which I'm also going to read. But here's what he says. When she calls me every 5 minutes, gets nosy in all of my business, and tries to butt into pretty much anything and everything that I do. Motherfucker, she comes to your room every, hour, 2 hours, and then tells you, get a job, go outside. What are you doing, son? She cares about him. Christ. Like I said, you don't know her.
You don't know how kind she is. You don't know how badly she wants me to have a social life and have friends. You don't know.
If my mother has a problem where she struggles to understand basic communication unless I bark at her to fuck off,
Jesus,
she will continue to pester me constantly no matter what I say or do. And... Christ.
Yeah, this is why a individual with a belt is required in the home.
Pretty much. Yeah, here we go. I tell him, how much time for the last 2 weeks have you spent overall outside your room? Does it come out to more than 4 hours? She wants you to go outside and make something out of yourself. He says, no, she wants to butt into everything that's none of her business, and so does my grandma, except my grandma respects me more than my mom does. I don't respect her because she doesn't respect me or my privacy for anything. I talk to her the way she used to talk to me. She raised me like this. Notice the fucking deflection. It's not his fault. It's his mother's fault for raising him like this. And despite that, do you want to have that little Dr. K moment? Because at this point, I had a huge fucking Dr. K boner.
I need this in my existence. Hit me with the best you got.
The best I got is nothing you can handle. But he says, she raised me like this, and despite that, I'm still a better person due to my online friends raising me more than my own mother did.
No!
See what I fucking mean? Dude!
No! Okay.
Dude!
I'm gonna send a pipe bomb to Discord. I'm gonna send a pipe bomb. This is a joke.
No, cut it out. You don't want to be saying that on camera no more. You don't want to be saying that on video.
I'm not sending a pipe bomb to Discord. I think that there are ways that this can be done non-violently.
Peaceful.
I think that you can go about this in a way that is simply paperwork, non-violent. I think that there are political solutions to stuff like this. I'm not sending a pipe bomb to Discord.
I respond to him, do you expect me to believe that you're either this stupid or delusional? And he says, that's the only reason I'm still goddamn alive. Again, holding his own fucking
Why are all
life
these
hostage.
people? Why is everyone on Discord like on the verge of suicide constantly?
Dude, it's his mother's fault.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I didn't realize until just now.
It's his mother's fault. It's the fault of normal people.
It's the fault of
the government.
society.
It's the fault of capitalism.
Maybe if those women, maybe if they would just marry me, I wouldn't have to do this.
It's the fault of capitalism, dude. It's the fault of his teacher. It's the fault of the kids who bullied him in middle school. It's the fault of everybody. You know?
Yeah.
So, take that, you fucking chud.
And any other news with him?
Oh yeah. So here's the last thing I told him. Let's just stop. I know what is going on in my own life better than you do, and you're seeing things from an outside perspective in a very late stage of development in the relationship between me and my mother, where you happen to see what I do to her, but you didn't get to experience any of what she does to me, and she does act differently with guests around. And he says, I know you won't budge, you're too dense, so let's just stop boiling each other's blood. I tell him, you've already boiled mine dry when for 2 hours you sat on Discord watching the same fucking Markiplier video you've been watching for fucking ever. What really got to me in such a way I would have burst out laughing if I wasn't so pissed, and the situation wasn't its own sort of tragic. Is the part where you start telling them, by the way, dude, the first time I saw this, I didn't even notice this minuscule object change in the camera about the Unity acid flip game. Dude, the escalator changes into a stairway! For that entire week at that point, how much time had you spent on YouTube and Discord, just like you're doing right now, and he never responded?
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I feel like there is a chance, now that I hear more of what he's saying, there is maybe a chance that this guy does have a rocky relationship with his mom. Like maybe she is a different way in private, because I've had experience with people like that where like they're a completely different person when there's not other people around.
He says she keeps talking to him and trying to talk to him, and he's pissed off about her like that. And what else he does? He says that, she's here we go. Here's another thing I told him. It's like, he's like, I moved out, I've changed. I'm like, where are you now? You're in her home on the computer that was bought, I assume with her money, using electricity and internet that she pays for to shit talk her online and to tell her to fuck off when she tells you that your family is in desperate need of money. She will die one day. You'll probably be there. Have you thought of that? Have you thought of her casket being lowered to the ground one last time? I might not even be there for my mother's funeral. And he says, money and shelter are the bare minimum a parent needs to provide. It's like, no, you're not entitled to either. He's fucking 19. Christ.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this guy. I think that what he should do is consider moving out. Because if his situation is really that bad, where he's living with someone who's like a sociopath, if that is the case, I don't know him. Obviously, I've never met him.
Did I tell you how I got to know him?
I don't think so.
His mother,
like church.
No, his mother, who cut that part out.
I'll cut
got
that.
a timestamp.
Yeah.
All right.
I
went to the same course that he and I did. One day, messaged me and she's like, "By the way, it's my son's birthday. At this point, like, do you want to talk to him? Do you want to do stuff with him? He doesn't have any friends." She's just straight up talked to me on his behalf to try to get a friend for him, because she noticed how well I'm doing in class and wanted to be like, all right, you'd seem like a good friend for my son. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is pretty nice.
His mother is a freaking angel compared to how he treats her. Let me tell you, my mother's not a saint either. Like, my mother's not perfect, but by God, I don't tell her to fuck off.
Yeah. I don't know. I think if this kid does have problems with his mom, he should move out. That's all I'll say.
Oh, but he doesn't have a job.
Yeah.
How's he supposed to move out if he doesn't have a job?
Get that government money. Get that welfare.
Christ.
Why does welfare exist? Why is there any reason at all to have welfare for people who can work? Like for
No.
people who are disabled, it's like, yeah, I get it. I know people who need disability for legitimate reasons, and yeah, I want them to have that. But like if you can work, if you're just like an able-bodied person, why should you ever get any welfare? Why should you ever get any food stamps? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know.
Gotta let my cat in. Hold on here.
Finally, Red Sante, after weeks of letting the cat out, is letting the cat back in.
He's kind of hesitating right now.
What have you done to him?
Come on, buddy. Come in. Ah, there we go. He is in now. Man. How many cats do you think is too many? We're going for a wild topic change right here. Because I have 2, and I don't plan on getting
3.
any more.
3, in my opinion.
3 is too many.
I was gonna answer that before you even said like, unless they're like sons, you know, like unless your cat gives birth, then 3 is way too many. Like 2, I can understand. You want your little cat to have company. 3 is when it gets to hoarding territory. Like, I need more cats, Mom. You don't understand.
I think that 4 is too many. Because I know a family that has 3 cats, and they,
But
like,
are
they're
the
fine.
cats family?
I don't think they are, but they were all adopted together. Like, they're all the same age, and they were all adopted at the same time. Because they were, like, friends at the shelter when they were kittens. But I don't think that 3 is too many. I think 3 is, like, the max. I think 4 is too many, but 3 is fine.
I don't know, because 3, at that point, you're gonna have to take care of 3 cats, feed 3 cats, take the litter box out for 3. You know, take the litter out for 3 cats. You're gonna have to house 3 cats. You're gonna have to give them enough space.
That's so low maintenance. Cats are such low maintenance animals. Like I don't have to. Some people do. Some people have to manually feed their cats. I don't. I just have one of those like big. It's like a silo of food, and it just like automatically dispenses food.
How often does it dispense food?
It's not like an electronic thing. It's just a big storage of food, and like when the dish empties, it just like gravity pulls more food into it.
I feel like you should personally feed your cats. Like it might give you a little more of a bond.
I used to, and they got fat. Or one of them did at least. One of them got too fat, so I had to stop. Like
Does Tim Pool have any topics about cats?
Does he? Let me look this up. Timcast IRL cats.
Oh, let's talk about San Francisco, by the way.
Oh, does he have something about San Francisco?
He has multiple things about San Francisco. Like,
yeah, like what?
How AT&T left, how big businesses are leaving.
Yeah, I can understand why. Like, God, when are the people of San Francisco gonna recognize the trend, if you know what I mean? As it relates to who is committing the crime.
Wait, hold on a fucking second. Remember that guy that killed that black guy, that Michael Jackson impersonator? On the subway?
Oh, on the subway? Oh yeah, didn't he get convicted?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Of course, I like my government where criminals are told to stay criminals. Like, People are not allowed to persecute criminals, and Christ.
Yeah.
Starbucks bans Pride, says union. Says union workers. Oh, Starbucks bans Pride, says union workers. Stores pulling down Pride decorations.
Base?
Starbucks, seriously? I don't think their consumer base is.
I think their consumer base has a higher suicide rate than average.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, the suicidal Americans. That's how we can start referring to them. I don't know. That's a little bit too mean-spirited even for me.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
It's statistically true.
If it's true, then, it's not that we're happy about it. It's quite the opposite.
Yeah. Oh, Tim Pool. Dude, he uploads like 5 times a day. There's so many Tim Pool videos. I've scrolled down so far, and I'm only like 1 month ago.
I feel like these are like clips of his actual podcast.
Yeah, that's probably true.
No, that's what they are. I've seen them.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched Tim Pool in like years.
Trump vows special counsel will persecute Joe Biden when elected 2024. Are you serious? Does anybody buy this shit? That's exactly what he said in 2016, where he said he's gonna fucking persecute Hillary Clinton, throw her in jail.
Oh my, can they stop putting trannies in the thumbnail? I don't want to look at this.
Where are they in the thumbnail?
Like, I keep seeing Dylan Mulvaney in the thumbnail. Like, I don't ever want to see that person's face ever again.
Christ. No, but how are they gonna get clicks? People are gonna click on Dylan Mulvaney.
The trannies are gonna click on Tim Pool and watch Tim Pool.
No, the conservatives, because they're gonna be like, oh yeah, I hate this person. Let me see what Tim Pool says about them.
Yeah.
Christ. I also want to talk about my ex. I haven't talked about my ex in a while.
Okay, we can have an artillery therapy session. Here, let me take another shot for this.
I've already taken 2 shots, but only 2 shots.
I've had 3, approximately.
I don't want to drink more fucking Smirnoff. By the way, I bought the Smirnoff before the whole, Pride bullshit. Just so you guys know.
You don't have a rainbow on the bottle?
No.
That's good.
I actually bought it last drinking episode because I thought I'm going to be drinking it. That didn't pan out as well as I expected it to be.
Yeah, what were you going to say about your ex?
So my ex loves her creative endeavors. Too bad she sucks.
Aw.
You know what I mean? She's like always like, oh, can you please check out my script? Can you please check out, my story? I'm writing a story. Can you please talk? Can you please give me some criticism about it? And then I go check it out. And it's like the most wannabe anime bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, let me set the scene. This is one of the scenes that was given to me, and apparently it's not actually going to be writing. It's going to be what's it called? Executed in a video game, which my ex has attempted, or at least stated that she's worked on many video game projects. Sadly, none of them have come to fruition. So, the woman gets kidnapped into a strange room by terrorists, and she's screaming, ah, ah, ah. And by the way, the ahs here are not like she screams. No, they're literally written on the piece of paper as like A H H H H A G H A G H A G H shit like that. And then it's like, and then she starts smirking like, haha, now I know what's going on. And she beats all of them up and kills them. And then there's mystery in the background, and that's the intro. again, most anime fucking bullshit ever. Which in an anime is fine because you have the fucking anime visual medium, and usually the first 5 minutes of the story are where you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
But even then, it's awful writing. Anime has shitty writing, and that's fine. You should acknowledge it as shitty writing. That's not what my ex does.
Oh, she think it's good.
Yeah, she thinks like
Oh, come on.
the best thing since sliced bread.
Man. Dude, we've been going for an hour. Does it feel like an hour?
Not at all. I feel like
Yeah.
this is a reasonably nice episode.
Yeah, no, this has been pretty good.
Yeah.
I've been drinking my whiskey, having a good old grand time. And
When I'm drinking whiskey, I know nothing can go wrong.
I'm impressed that my bottle of whiskey has lasted me this long. 'Cause I remember talking like back in February about how I bought this bottle. Because it was like this time last year I was like an actual alcoholic, and I've like
I remember.
I've completely cut that. Like I've had very little alcohol this year. That's been pretty good for me.
Based and red pilled.
Man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy more alcohol though, because I don't think I have enough to get drunk on Sunday when we record the drinking episode.
Fair enough.
Yeah. You want to wrap this up in a bit here, or do we have anything else to go over?
I just wanted to say that I told my ex that she should stop pursuing creative endeavors. I don't care if that's mean-spirited, it's true.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a little mean, but probably not that bad.
If you suck consistently and for the past, I don't know how when she started, when she was on fucking Tumblr, but for the past like 8-9 years, you've been trying to storyboard, come up with comics.
Wait, that long? Okay, I take it back.
See what I mean? It's like, she's like, oh no. This one's gonna be the hit. I'm gonna make this webcomic and it's gonna be great. And then the webcomic sucks ass.
Okay, yeah, I take that back. Alright, well, I don't know if I have anything else here. You want to just wrap this up?
I hate the Antichrist.
Let's go. We all hate the Antichrist.
We all hate the Antichrist. Let's go.
All right,
baby.
quick freestyle to end us off. Yeah.
Listen, yo, my name is Artillery and I hate the Antichrist. Listen up, if you're against my Lord Jesus Christ, I'm gonna put you on a crucifix. Gonna crucify you like the Romans did. Yeah, to our Lord Jesus Christ, He died for our sins. That's the price of our salvation. You know it. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about,
I'm
baby.
Red Sante. I'm here on the podcast, and I hate the Antichrist, and I say it on the podcast. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I preach all about my podcast at the grocery store. I have no rhymes left, so I'm gonna close the door. Goodbye.
Based.